Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Level Design Hall of Fame. I'm Jared Russo, and I am redoing older episodes that I did a couple of years ago with HD gameplay footage, 1, and 2, better audio quality, and 3, I feel like I'm smarter than I was back then, and I'll make these videos shorter. So this was one of the first games that I did when I started the series years ago, and returning to it again, this game holds up so fucking well, and is still one of the greatest games ever made. And if you've never played it, you're an idiot. This is like so far above and beyond all the other Resident Evils, as good as some of them are. And I feel like this whole game needs to be elected, not just this opening area. But I'm going to talk about the opening area, because I don't want to sit here for 12 hours talking about the castle and the island at the end and everything. This whole game is just filled with so much fucking awesome gameplay decisions and level design, and it is such a blast. There's so many like fun little intricate secrets and tricks of the trade that you can learn, and I feel like a lot of stuff really comes from this first area. So you come into the game, you learn how to play, you learn how to aim and to pick up whatever, and then you encounter this little village, this little town, and initially the cutscene doesn't start unless you come into that main building first. So you can sort of wander around and do whatever, but once that cutscene starts, it's on, man. Shit hits the fan, and you need to start panicking and freaking out, and it's this new type of horror that the other games was very claustrophobic and something would jump out, and in this game it's just like, it's daytime, tons of space to run around, but you gotta start doing shit like pushing cabinets in front of doors and jumping out of windows and knocking down ladders. The first time I played this, I didn't even know there was a shotgun in here. Like, I totally skipped that. I'm trying to throw grenades down from the roofs. I'm running around trying to like kite people, trying to trick them into not following me. It was intense, and this opening area does a lot of really smart things. Sort of gets you used to the rest of the first 2 chapters of just like little houses and who you're fighting. And there's one house that has a dead end in it, so if you go in there and you expect to sort of like cozy on up to the back of the wall in the corner, you're gonna get sort of swarmed, you're gonna get overwhelmed. It also tosses you in a chainsaw enemy, which is one of like the best mini bosses ever. Very simple, very straightforward, but if you fuck up, man, he'll just cut your goddamn head off, and that shit is so scary, so intense. I just really like this whole opening encounter, because there's just so many ways to tackle it, and it's not based on how many people you kill or how well you do. It's actually based on time. Like, so you're in this pressure cooker, and there's a clock, but they don't tell you about it. And that's another thing that Resident Evil 4 does. It sort of scales the difficulty based on how you're doing. But again, it doesn't tell you this. So it sort of like eases on up to how you're doing. Boy, what a good grenade. And yeah, more people flood in from different directions, and there's like a sniper tower you can climb up. There's just so many fun little things to do in this opening area, and it really sort of sets the stage and sort of teaches you for how to tackle the rest of the game, which I find is really cool. So yeah, man, Resident Evil 4, this is the fucking best. God, do I love this game. Although, whoever I took this footage from, this guy's really boring. He's just sort of funneling in everybody in here, which is fine, I guess. You could do that. Nothing against that. I just sort of like running around, you know, shooting the chickens, shooting the cows, and picking up eggs and whatever. Go pick up the ammo, you stupid idiot. What are you doing? Anyways, I don't want to backseat game this guy. But yeah, he's not really running around grabbing all the trinkets and the gems and stuff. But yeah, man, it's just like cutting down the doors and like shooting through the holes on the doors, and just getting boxed in, and God, it's so fucking good. And it even teaches you like resource management, which is like a thing it does throughout the game, because people are always dropping ammo constantly. It sort of teaches you just to, you know how the suitcase works and the reloading works, and even like just the way the town is set up with like the church, and like you don't quite know what's going on when you first enter, because you're like, what are these people doing? What's going on here? There's this weird religious thing going on, and who's Sadler, and where's everyone going? The joke at the end of this main area. Yeah, man. And I don't think there's any parts through the rest of the game that are quite like this. I think there's like a hedge maze that's sort of similar. I mean, there's like little bits and pieces, but like what's so great about Resident Evil 4 is that it sort of really sprinkles different types of encounters and different types of areas. And each of the chapters sort of puts you in different places, and they all feel similar, but they don't feel the same. So you can sort of take the lessons that you're learning and apply them everywhere, depending on the different types of enemies you're facing or the different types of weapons you have. I feel like that all sort of stems from your base knowledge of this first area. So there you go, Resident Evil 4. Wow, I cut this down to almost half the time from the last video. A lot more rambly back then. So yeah, so I'm going to do a couple new ones and re-upload some old ones. I'm going to keep this series going, so I hope you enjoy. You can follow me on Twitter at JaredRusso. And if you like it, let me know. And if you want to see certain games, let me know. And if you don't, then I don't care. I just like doing this for fun. I don't do this for you, I do this for me. So, there you go. Thanks for watching.